This is Pranav Rao from Smartkarma, and I'm pleased to have with me today Osbert Tang to discuss his views on Brightsmart Securities. That's 1428HK. Osbert, thanks for your time today on the 15th of July. Could you briefly introduce Brightsmart to listeners?
Yeah, sure. Hi. Thank you very much for that. And nice to have the opportunity to discuss about Brightsmart as well. Brightsmart itself is a medium-sized brokerage house in Hong Kong. Basically, it provides services in dealing of the Hong Kong securities as well as futures. It also have business related to margin financing, as well as they have a bullion trading service offered to the clients. So make it simple, it's just a brokerage house with a very diversified financial dealing services provided to both institutional as well as individual clients. And at the same time, it has been quite successful in terms of rolling out its coverage. For example, it has quite a lot of branches, physical branches in Hong Kong, and also what they call is some kind of mobile education or teaching platform. It's actually in the form of a bus traveling around all different Hong Kong areas to try to teach the individual investor about investment as well as help in the opening of accounts. They are one of the quite innovative one in terms of providing services, because it breaks through the tradition that you have normally a 5-day week for the securities house. Actually, for some of the branches, they even open 7 days a week. So that allows some of the customer able to open their account even during the weekend. In terms of the digitalization, they have rolled out two mobile trading app. One is called Bao Bao, and the other one is Dou Dou. One is for securities, and the other one is for futures. So they are actually quite popular, and they have roughly over 300,000 downloads so far. So actually quite an innovative brokerage house.
Got it. Thanks very much for that background, Osbert. In your view, how does Brightsmart stand out versus some of its other Hong Kong brokers and securities firms, the likes of Hutu and Tiger, let's say?
Yeah, I think it is interesting because Brightsmart itself is not really comparable to the Chinese brokerage house, because its main area is focusing on Hong Kong. So they have some participation in the Asian market, but they actually is not as full scale in terms of coverage, especially investment banking, that area of business provided like the big Chinese securities house. But the interesting thing about Brightsmart is that there is a recent change or proposed change in major controlling shareholders. The current controlling shareholders, Mr. Yip, own about 50.55% stake in the company, and they have signed a sales and purchase agreement with Ants Financial at about $3.28. Upon the successful completion of this deal, Ants Financial will have a 50.55% stake in Brightsmart. And because of under the takeover code, they will have to make a mandatory general offer. So that the one thing why it's so exciting in terms of the share price is that there are a strong belief that the new shareholder Ants Financial will provide a lot of synergy towards Brightsmart. I'll just give you some example. For example, Ants Financial, they have a strong relationship with Alibaba, so they have excellent product as well as the innovation capability. So this is one thing they can overall improve the overall visibility as well as the technological background of Brightsmart. Another area is that you're talking about that through Ant Financial, they have almost 40 million of Alipay users. So they can channel these customers to Brightsmart in the future in case that China further liberalize the overseas investment opportunities for the domestic general population. And lastly, the recent enthusiasm towards virtual asset trading, that suggests that may be an area that with a stronger financial background like Ants Financial, they will be able to expand into this area as well. So all this together that make Brightsmart stand out against many of the peers.
Got it. Thanks for that, Osbert. I think you just mentioned briefly about Guo Taijunan's new license to deal virtual securities in Hong Kong from the SFC. Could you talk a little bit further about that? The sector has obviously seen quite a rally as a result of this.
Oh yes, as you know that Guo Taijunan's virtual asset dealing license is already approved, so that is an important driver for the share price. And there are still currently roughly about 10 companies lining up to apply for the license. So that means that there is good potential at the same time that you're going to see quite a lot of competition going forward. However, given the increase in popularity of virtual asset, that actually is an area that have a significant room to grow. And also for the Hong Kong government, it is going to kick off the granting of a stablecoin license in August. This is an likely to be another exciting area that provide opportunity for those traditional brokerage. For example, you can see that this is an important area that help the long term, the internationalization of RMB. So RMB may be a backing currency, not now, but maybe in the future for the stable coins. So that way, that will have a very exciting opportunity for Hong Kong brokerage and securities companies. So all this together, it means that the traditional brokerage company have a lot of room to further expand into the new asset or virtual asset area. So that means that why we see a lot of traditional brokerage house, even smaller one, have been rising so significantly lately. So as they expand further into innovative finance, so that is a very exciting area going forward.
Got it. Well, thanks very much for the call today, Osbert. And listeners, do check out Osbert's coverage of Bright Smart Securities on Smartkarma and tune into our next Smart Call. Thank you.
Thank you.